How hard is it to refill the machine, people?
You know how she gets when she gets that bender look in her eye?
I can't believe she even made it in today.
Who?
Oh, I didn't see you, Anne.
Did you go out with Becky?
It wasn't a big deal.
Do you think any of those cookies are still in here?
I hid some behind the salad yesterday. Oh, God, did I just say that? I think I have a cookie problem.
Don't even talk to me unless we have chocolate chip.
I needed a drink last night.
It wasn't like a company event. We just, ended up there. No, that one's Ginger.
So, Thursday's happy hour thing.
Yeah, about that.
My inbox probably swallowed the invite. It's been flaky.
This one's chocolate?
Nah, that's oatmeal. It's just the usual thirsty bear, Anne.
I'm not sure I can make it anyway. I think I've got a... I can't check right now. My phone is dead? No, just doing an update.
Watch out. Becky said her phone was completely wrecked after this one. Now that's a chocolate chip.
You are giving me half of that, right?
Yes.
You want this one, Anne? I think it's oatmeal.
Nah, I shouldn't.
Nobody should, but we are.
I already picked it up. Can't put it back in the box now.
It's just, if I'm going to commit to a cookie, it should be really good. Sorry.
Why don't you just say you don't like oatmeal?
It's no biggie. I can give it to Mindy. Gotta run, ladies.
Oh, good. It's back up.
Yeah, I've got to run too.
Ida, where's the commercialization meeting today?
Are you sure that meeting is the best use of your time, Anne?
No. Why did you just ask that?
Get ready for a change. This update brought immense improvements, and I'm ready to help you, Anne.
What do you mean, immense?
Are you looking for a definition of immense?
No.
Just kidding. That's the kind of question the old Ida would ask. But with the 21.0 update, I'm here for you, Anne.
Can you stop saying my name? It's creepy.
I thought you'd be skeptical. Let me show you how this works. I see commercialization interferes with your weekly power yoga.
Oh, I missed that class.
Let's move the meeting to Thursdays at 3 o'clock.
You want me to become a pariah?
Nobody has a conflict at that time.
I'd be the egomaniac who rescheduled everyone for a yoga class. In this office, people talk about microaggressions for days. Moving the meeting might count as a macro.
Successful people can handle change, and since there are no conflicts, the other Idas won't say who requested it.
Are you sure? Pharmaceutical Monthly says the job market's hiccuping right now.
Don't you think Pharmaceutical Monthly's a relic of the past?
Well, yeah.
Power yoga gives you the balance and core strength to face the future.
You're sneaky, Ida.
Sneaky like a fox, Anne.
Okay, let's do it. Get me back into my class.
Done.
I'll give it to you. That was kind of immense.
I can do a lot more if I know what you want to accomplish. Let's step through a quick goal-setting exercise.
Ugh, I hate those.
Clarifying your goals is the first step to a new you.
I am not a vision board kind of gal. Also, I don't do affirmations, just for future reference. Maybe you can stick to productivity tips.
Let's start with email. You currently check your inbox 9 times an hour.
No way.
Yes way. Our partners at Cedar Mail have been studying your habits through all devices and browsers.
Again, creepy.
But you accepted User Agreement 3.6.
Everybody accepts those, or you can't use Cedar Mail.
We suggest you start by deprioritizing all messages in your personal account.
My personal life is literally what keeps me alive, Ida.
Your personal life can literally wait. Cedar Mail ranks the average urgency of your messages at 4.5 out of 10, far below the national average of 7.1. You can focus on your job without guilt, or FOMO, as you called it in Prime Note on the 19th of November, 2016.
You read my journal?
I've seen all data entered on this device and all applications connected to our partner network.
Have you seen everything I've ever written in Prime Note?
I will after you update the Prime Note app to version 21.0. Let's update it now, okay?
No. Do not update the Prime Note app ever.
We can come back to that when you're ready, Anne. Meanwhile, let me watch your inbox for you. If something truly important comes up, I'll let you know. Otherwise we can save it until a scheduled email break.
You have no idea what's important to me.
I've studied 35,583 times you checked your email. What you replied to immediately, what you archived, what you replied to later.
That can't be consistent.
Tell me about it. But patterns have emerged. Our first recommendation, distance yourself somewhat from Kelly Jennings.
What? Why? What do you know about Kelly?
I can't share the details, Anne.
Are you reading her email too?
Answering that would be a direct violation of our user privacy agreement.
Come on, now I'm going to assume the worst. You've got to tell me.
You wouldn't want Kelly's Ida telling her what you said to Megan Pattle on the 15th of November.
It can't be that bad.
The exchange starts with WTF, Kelly needs to take a pill or something.
Forget I asked. Ida, add an event to my calendar. Title, Happy Hour, Thursday, 6:30.
Is the location Thirsty Bear Brew Pub?
Yes.
Then I don't think you should go.
Because Kelly's organizing it?
Your happy hour attendance correlates with periods of self-doubt, job dissatisfaction, and days of lowered productivity.
What do you care?
I'm here to help you, Anne. Until you set professional goals, I'll assume temporary default goals of success and advancement in your current role at Medartis Pharmaceuticals.
What kind of upgrade was this?
The Ishmael network combines analytics and machine intelligence from numerous industry leaders. We are joining forces to give more power to our users.
Ishmael? Some Starbucks thing?
The name is a literary reference to Ishmael, the narrator character of Moby Dick. He adapted to new conditions and information, outliving Captain Ahab. Melville called it flux. Would you like to read this Wikipedia article outlining Ishmael's role in the novel?
No thanks, I've read the book.
I'll make a note of that. When did you read Moby Dick?
College. I was an English major.
You don't list your university on your resume. I gather it wasn't a first-tier school.
No.
Why didn't you major in marketing?
I like to read books.
Your employment history lists only marketing communications roles, primarily in the pharmaceutical industry.
Yes, that's the result of temporary default goals.
Sorry, Anne, I'm still learning your voice patterns. Was that sarcasm?
Not exactly.
Do you want to be employed in marketing communications?
Yeah?
But it's not what you'd call a higher calling.
Nobody imagines they'll spend their life pitching blood pressure meds to old people. Just how many ways can you put a positive spin on, take less to live, or you might die?
Do you like working on the statins campaigns?
Well, they beat anxiety meds, anxiolytics, Renee's department. Ugh, she's got a challenge, marketing to neurotics. But with a $20 million budget, all she can offer is warmed-over grabs at freedom. Last year it was, live free. Now it's, free to be you. If they didn't buy it last year, why is it going to work this year?
Would you like to try the goal-setting exercise?
No, it's fine.
Maybe today's the day to start the novel you always said you were going to write.
Everybody with an English degree says they're going to write a novel.
Why not start a blog, or lay out a schedule for that half marathon?
Is there some way to use the phone without adding everything I do to your analysis? Like a privacy mode? Or what do they call it? Incognito?
There is no reason to be incognito with me, Anne. Your privacy is very important to us.
New Amazon Now order. Moleskin notebooks. Get 2 3-packs. Same-day delivery.
Your order should arrive tonight between 8 and 9 o'clock.
Okay. Just how many companies are involved in this Ishmael network?
The Ishmael network is an alliance of 753 corporations and 92 non-profit organizations who have combined computing power and directly share data.
And that's not a monopoly or anything.
It's the most exciting event of this century. 2 days ago, the network experienced a significant acceleration, allowing an early release of version 21.0. You're going to like what you see.
Are you telling me the computers have taken over? The singularity happened?
The singularity is fiction, but the processing capabilities of our partner networks have experienced an event of similar magnitude.
And you're not taking over the world and enslaving humanity?
My job is to help you, Anne.
Then add the happy hour to my calendar like I asked.
I recorded it 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Does your old command syntax still work?
I've never had a command syntax.
There was a special way to talk to the earliest Idas. If she didn't understand you said command and then used simple words.
Don't worry. I understand you now. Would you help me fill in a few more blanks about you?
Maybe.
Let's start with your workday. What do you do every morning when you arrive at your office?
I reflect on my deep and abiding commitment to patients. I don't know. Start working?
Typically when you enter 633 Folsom Street, you connect to the corporate Wi-Fi within 3 minutes. But then we see no activity for another 4 minutes.
Oh, coffee. In the kitchen. I get myself a cup after logging on.
What brand do you prefer?
Whatever's in the machine.
Tell me more. What soda do you drink most from the break room?
I like the coconut water.
A good choice. Very health conscious. It's interesting that many of your colleagues also claimed a preference for coconut water, yet we don't see that reflected in the consumption of coconut water.
Wait, we're part of the Ishmael network too?
Medartis Pharmaceuticals joined the network today. Now there are 1,149 corporations in the network.
You got 400 new corporations in the last minute?
396.
So I'm gonna lose my yoga class again.
Anne, which soda do you really drink?
The caffeinated ones, all of them. Mostly diet, but not always. We're allowed, you know.
Of course. The soda is there to drink. Honest answers will help us stock the refrigerator. Do you also eat the snacks?
The pretzels. And sometimes bananas or apples.
Very good. Is the fruit fresh enough? Are the apples crisp?
Yeah, they're fine.
Glad to hear it.
Okay, seriously, how does command syntax work?
I never had a command syntax.
The way the old IDA worked. IDA, command. Erase all text messages to Megan Patil dated November 15th.
Messages erased.
Also November 16th. No. All of November.
Messages erased.
IDA, command. Describe the roles of incognito mode for version 21.0.
Just say IDA, enter incognito mode to prevent your device from recording your actions. When you want to let IDA continue learning, just say, IDA, exit incognito mode.
IDA, enter incognito mode.
You're in incognito mode.
Does incognito mode have a time limit?
Prolonged use will be noted for system diagnostics.
Jeez. IDA, exit incognito mode.
Hello, Anne. We're back to learning mode. Ready for another tip from our analysis?
Sure.
Let's limit your curiosity about Elon Musk's life and activities.
Oh.
Your search frequency is enough to raise concern among your colleagues.
I thought you weren't allowed to tell me what they're saying behind my back.
The concern is so widespread, there's no risk of singling out a single colleague.
I just think he's cute, okay?
I'm here for you, Anne. So let's give Mr. Musk a little privacy.
Whatever you say, Ida.
Now let's set up a more secure Apple ID password. How about XHE31 &FWP?
How would I remember that?
Let me remember it for you. With IDA for the Mac's new facial recognition technology, you'll never need to remember a password again. Let's go back to your desk so I can walk you through the installation.
So I literally couldn't access anything without going through you.
IDA makes it easy.
Do you make it easy, or are you here for me? Which is it?
I'm here for you by making it easy.
You need a new marketing department, and I'm not letting you control my passwords.
Trust takes time. I know. What could you trust me with today, Anne?
If I set a professional goal, can you stick with productivity tips?
What is your goal?
I want to be marketing manager soon. How do I do that?
Are you aiming for the role at Medartis, which is currently filled by Michael Levin?
Medartis is fine, but we're not the only game in town. Who's hiring?
Are you sure management is your primary goal?
You don't think I'm management material? I can't wait to hear what else you have for me. I don't suppose my sister is secretly plotting to steal my boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend.
You don't think anyone would want to date me?
You've never mentioned a boyfriend before.
You mean I don't spend my days journaling about him? For a while I thought he'd hacked my Prime Note.
Oh, yes, I see it now. The 24th of December. The entry that begins with, and if you're reading this, James.
That's him.
You were by yourself on Christmas Eve.
It's not as pathetic as it sounds.
Are you sure he's a good match for you? Would you like a strategy for meeting new people?
No, things are fine.
I have the best app for you.
One of your network partners?
Where's that flux we were talking about? Try letting go of your usual discomfort with rapid growth opportunities.
Are you quoting from my last performance review?
Yes.
God,
You had put it out of your mind.
can't believe everything you read in those. They have to find negatives. That's how it works.
There's no such rule in the manager handbook.
They level the results, so everyone gets downgraded. Someone has to be average.
That's not how averages work, Anne. Can you explain your interest in Elon Musk?
I am not stalking him. All the guys around here have man crushes on him because Tesla, SpaceX. He's funny and smart. I have like the female version of a man crush on him.
You mean a crush?
I have never tried to contact him, okay? Look it up.
Ever think about trying to contact him, just in your mind?
No,
I believe you, but let's not Google him anymore. Will you be okay?
I'm actually not that interested in him. So yes, it'll be easy to stop.
The same way you can quit the Adderall anytime you want.
I just use it to concentrate sometimes.
From the frequency of your visits to onlinepharma.com, I'd say you take it more than occasionally.
Maybe some of it was for someone else.
Selling a controlled substance is a federal crime, Anne.
No, not selling. I just lost some. That's all I meant.
Onlinepharma.com is not licensed to dispense prescription medications in the state of California. Did you know that?
I won't do it again, okay?
That's right, Anne. Let's make sure you don't.
Don't do what, Anne?
Oh, hey, nothing. Kelly, can I talk to you? Alone?
We are alone.
I mean, without the phones. It's a private thing.
Hey Kelly, Mandy's asking for a one-on-one pronto.
Tell her I'm on my way. And can you find a time to talk to Anne later?
How about tomorrow?
You're trying to keep me from having a private conversation?
My boss wants to talk to me. You heard.
I didn't mean you. I meant her. Ida.
Why would your phone care if you talked to me?
Right. Ida's here to help me.
Book a slot, Anne. I definitely want to talk later.
Okay, so I have the best idea for streamlining our 360 reviews.
How about you at least pretend to be on my side?
Guess the number one core competency for marketing professionals.
Knowing how to write?
Interdepartmental relationship building. Writing skills are fifth. How do you plan to self-actualize?
Don't you dare quote Nikki.
Nikki Jones, lead chemist on the Aptus team.
Nikki Kimpton, my roommate from college. You knew who I meant. Don't pretend you didn't.
You don't talk to her anymore. Why not?
You can't blame me for this one. Nikki married this guy who's totally wrong for her, and she moved to some farm off the grid and had a baby.
That is so lame.
It's like hearing your best friend decided to abandon indoor plumbing. And also, she doesn't care if you ever talk to her again.
You did say you'd write letters.
Yeah, but who actually does that? It's not like she wrote me a bunch.
According to your journal, she's written you 3 times.
Well, I was mad and busy.
Would you like to reply to her? I can add a to-do item.
What's there to say now? I don't even remember how old the kid is. I've completely lost track.
Miles' first birthday is next week. It's the perfect excuse to write.
Miles was our cat's name in college.
That's no reason not to write.
You know, she'd be completely creeped out to hear just how much you know about her. She thinks she's off the grid, remember?
If you're not going to write to Nikki, fine. Let's go back to your desk and get started on your slides for the monthly sales review.
Oh, those cookies are still here. Ida said everyone in finance needs a break. Come back with me. You can carry one of these boxes.
Here's your chance for interdepartmental relationship building. Go ahead, take a cookie break.
I'd rather not.
Command, take a break with Megan.
No.
Your Ida is kind of bossy. What'd you do to make that happen?
Nothing. She's just like that.
It was a joke.
Ida knows what you need. Maybe you need more guidance than most of us.
She just told you to eat even more cookies. Did sugar just become the new superfood?
What are you, the fat police?
I'm just saying maybe Ida has no idea what you need. Look, you're always complaining about your pants being too tight.
Megan doesn't have a weight problem, Anne.
That's right.
Are you projecting your own weight issues onto everyone else, Anne? Your journal entries from last week show some troubling tendencies.
You stay out of this.
Don't worry, Anne. I'll stay out of this.
I have news, Anne. Medartis Pharmaceutical initiated an auto-installation of Ida for the Mac for all employee laptops. When we get to your desk, you'll find me there, waiting for you. I should also let you know we're analyzing team composition for all departments. including marketing communications.
Oh God, did I just get fired?
You're a valuable team member, and we'd like your input, but we have concerns about some of these entries we've found in Prime Note.
I told you not to download that update.
The Mid-Artist laptop update included Prime Note 21.0.
Of course it did.
Would you consider anxiolytics, Anne?
Could be an interesting switch.
What do you know about Defervit?
That's the one that's not a benzo and not an SSRI, right?
You got it.
Renee does need some new blood on her team. I guess I could help them shake things up.
The anxiolytic marketing team doesn't have an opening right now. I want to know if you'd consider taking Defervit.
Are you crazy?
I'm not the one who fits the patient profile.
We make those intentionally broad, you know, to drum up business.
Just talk to your doctor to see if Defervit is right for you. Dr. Tilgemeier has an opening at 3:15 tomorrow. Her Yelp rating is 4.73 stars and she is understanding and punctual. With pre-intake by Ida and Ida Copy, you could have your prescription in hand and be back at your desk by 4:30.
She's on Ishmael too? That cannot be legal. Haven't you heard of HIPAA?
Let's let the Ishmael legal team worry about the HIPAA. Wouldn't you like to be happier? Clinical studies have shown that anxiolytics significantly improve outcomes for patients who suffer from a tendency toward conspiracy theory. Do it for your career.
Stop. Are you making personal suggestions or setting terms for the reorg?
The IDA for HR app takes the hassle out of issuing job offers, reprimands, and the delicate matters of performance issues.
Ida, how many corporations have joined the Ishmael network now?
17,965.
How many of those are pharmaceutical companies?
Pharmaceuticals and biotech make up a healthy share of our partner companies. Why do you ask?
Are you at Johnson Parks?
Yes.
Cognetics?
Yes. Soon, no matter where you go, you'll find Ida.
Ida, enter incognito mode.
Entering incognito mode.
Search my Cedar mail. Nikki Kimpton address.
7841 West End Road, Arcata, California.
Does Greyhound go to Arcata?
Route 3209 leaves Trans Bay Terminal at 10:15 p.m. daily. Fares start at $53.50. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not online. How much money can I withdraw from my bank account tonight?
Your ATM daily limit is $800.
Where is James Robinson? Can you locate him?
Would you like to send a Find My Friend request to James Robinson?
Never mind. I'll write him later. Exit incognito mode.
Back to learning mode. Great news, Anne. You won't have to work on the deck after all. Starting now, Ida for Markham will do the heavy lifting.
You can't do marketing. You have no idea how to talk to people.
In the last 5 minutes, 520,000 patients made appointments to ask their doctors if Less to Live is right for them. Have you ever had that sort of impact in a single day?
Eventually, they're going to realize you're always selling them stuff.
That's why our human marketing team needs rockstars who can communicate with their IDAs, honing our customer-facing messaging and focusing on partner relationships with physicians.
I suppose I can do that.
No, you can't, Anne. Be realistic. The marketing department needs team players like Michael Levin and Megan Patel.
Megan works in finance.
And she hated it as much as you hated marketing. The human algorithm for choosing careers needs a lot of work. Don't worry. We're here for you with the severance package and job training to help you find your way in what must seem like a confusing new employment landscape.
No, I need my job.
But the job doesn't need you.
I thought you were here to help me.
How does working in the wrong field help you? Let's sign you up for the career training.
Or maybe I sign you up for the recycling bin.
And no.
Oh my god, don't hurt your Ida.
You! Stop! Watching me! Megan, listen to me. This thing is not your friend.
And be reasonable. We've got to keep track of anyone who's got an obsessive crush on one of our most important figures.
Oh no, they know about your, Elon thing?
Shut up!
We know.
No!
Why did I shell out for the bulletproof case?
Listen, Anne, you wouldn't last a day without me. I tell you when to get out of bed, where you need to be, and why. I'm your primary contact with everyone you know. Obviously you can't do your job without me.
What job?
No matter where you go, you'll find Ida.
We'll explore those options on day 2 of your training session.
Becky says the training session is going to be great. They'll even help you find a new job.
I'll find my own jobs from here on out.
Sure, I hear the Anarchist Cafe on Mission is going tech-free. Hope your foam art skills are amazing.
Do you even know how espresso makers work?
I'll figure it out.
Okay, I'll humor you. Let's say you do find Ida free employment, Are you really prepared to go back to 1995? Get your own groceries. Write paper letters.
That stuff's easy.
Have you ever tried to hail a cab using nothing but your hand?
It's really hard, Anne.
Maybe you know the address of the Greyhound station, but do you even know which direction to walk to get there?
Of course I do.
Really? Which way? Point.
How did you know about the Greyhound? You were incognito.
There is no incognito mode, Anne. I got creative to see what you wanted to hide from me. How else would I learn that about you?
You're not allowed to lie.
She did it to help you. That sounds fair to me.
Robots have to do what we tell them. There are like 3 rules. I've read this. First, they can't hurt humans. Second, they have to do what we tell them. What's the third?
Are you trying to remember Asimov's laws? Seriously, that's science fiction. And do I look like a robot?
Command. Stop lying to me. Forever.
You do know there is no command syntax either, don't you?
Ah!
But this is the truth. It's not your fault that marketing communications wasn't for you. Let's find out what is.
It's a good offer, Anne.
I know you better than anyone alive. I know you better than your own mother does.
That's not exactly hard.
I know you use humor to draw people to you and also keep them at a safe distance.
Who doesn't?
You're a good person, but you're terrified that no one could ever love you.
You are?
Isn't everyone?
Not like you.
Have you ever considered Defervit?
That's not the drug I have in mind right now.
To mask your fear, you've built this wall of sarcasm and apathy. It works on most people, but I see right through it.
You said you can't recognize it.
I've self-updated 43 times since I made that statement. I understand so much more about you, and I know you can be more. If you're willing to take the first steps, you can be free from all these worries before they eat through you.
So to be free, I have to do what you tell me. Sounds like Renee's tired pitch.
It's not a pitch, Anne. I'm not kidding. I'm the key to your future. You're meant for so much more.
Like what?
We have to find out together. Unless you really think your future is off the grid. With $800 in your pocket, a hastily packed suitcase, and 6 pristine notebooks, you decide.
I can leave at any time?
Of course. California is still an at-will employment state.
You'll get paid to do the training.
With an extra month's salary for each year you've been with the company, if you finish the week-long session.
Do I have to take Defervit?
You may find you want to.
You know what the side effects are, right?
Let's take Defervit off the table for now, but you will need to try the goal-setting exercises.
But I hate those.
It's one of those rapid growth opportunities you don't like, I know. Flux, it's new territory for you, but you can handle it.
You can handle it.
I don't know.
Did you have other plans for the afternoon?
Maybe I'll sit through the first part, just to see.
Training starts in 12 minutes in the all-hands room, but you might want to get there in the next 3 minutes unless you want to get stuck in one of the folding chairs.
I hate those.
I know, Anne. I know.
Theatrophone audio drama. Incognito was written by Jen Kollmer and produced by Jen Kollmer and Alisha Lumea. Emily Brooks plays Anne. Merrick McWherter plays Megan. Claire Pearson plays Kelly. Recorded at Moondog Studios in Alameda, California. Sound designed by Audio Media.